You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started.
What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command. Now, this interesting article was sent to me by Night Jackal, and it was published on the 10th of April. Landlords asking for sex instead of rent during outbreak crisis. Gentlemen. They're still taking shots at men when they can. Now, before I even go into this article, as a logical man, I'm going to say this. Yes, there are going to be some scumbag landlords who take advantage of this. However, this article is only one side of that coin. And trust and believe, gentlemen, when I'm done reading it, we're going to get to the other side of that coin. A government agency in the U.S. state of Hawaii has reported an increase in the number of women reporting landlords asking for sexual favors in exchange for rent. The Hawaii State Commission on the Status of Women noted more cases being reported, suggesting that landlords are quote unquote preying on tenants' financial stress during the outbreak pandemic. Yeah, right. If anything, that number is definitely very minute. Due to recent layoffs and furloughs, only 69% of U.S. renters were able to make rent on April 1st. Now, gentlemen, we all know that a rental agreement is a legally binding contract. It certainly is. No one forces you to sign that contract. You do so of your own free will and willingness to live in a certain location. Now, yes, things have gone bad. However, if you do not make the proper preparations and save for a rainy day, that is on you. Anyway, immigration attorney. Let's pause for a minute. Immigration attorney. Now, why of all people would an immigration attorney have something to say about this? Could it be possible that the women in question might be illegals? I'm just going to put two and two together on this one and get 4. Not 3, but 4. Anyway, immigration attorney Kevin Block says instead of asking for rent, some landlords are asking for quote unquote other arrangements and even sending graphic sexual images when female tenants ask about rent. Once again, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that there won't be some scumbag landlords who take advantage of this. However, gentlemen, what's to come is something that we know has happened even before the outbreak. I am concerned because reported incidents indicate a greater number of unreported incidents. Unreported incidents. Oh yeah, gentlemen. Oh yeah. Talk about going down the rabbit hole. Mr. Block said, Cara Jabola Corollis, sounds like a name out of Star Wars, Executive Director of the Hawaii State Commission on the Status of Women, says sexual harassment by landlords makes it hard for women to shelter in place. Once again, rent is a legally binding contract. Ladies, the days of you getting away with not paying your obligations, those days are coming to a close. It is what it is. You signed the contract, honor the contract. There was no plan up front to prepare for the physical and sexual violence from the combination of shelter in place, lost income, and systemic sexism. Miss Jabola Corollis said, boy, I tell you, they are definitely still reaching now. We need to get the information on rights and resources out as fast and wide as we can. There is help. An online guide was created by the Hawaii State Commission for Women if they are victimized by a landlord. The commission will offer guidance on the emergency rent assistance and will also be keeping a database of bad landlords. Anyone victimized by a landlord should file a complaint. Normally, tenants would have 180 days to report the incident to the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission, which takes jurisdiction unless it's a federally funded entity. Since the HCRC is closed due to the pandemic, victims are advised to contact the Legal Aid Society of Hawaii. Miss Jabola Corollis added, retaliation by a landlord for filing a complaint against him is illegal, as if every single landlord in Hawaii is male. You see how they structure this whole argument? If your landlord changes the locks or shuts off your utilities for complaining, about his sexual predation, you can file a landlord-tenant TRO against your landlord, and the court will take these cases during the crisis. Please contact Legal Aid Society of Hawaii for help with retaliation. There are no income limits for their help when it comes to fair housing matters. All right, gentlemen. Now, you've seen the side of the coin that this article wants you to see. However, gentlemen, we're going to take that coin and flip it on the other side. Now, this is something that has been going on even before the outbreak happened. Women have been offering sex in exchange for rent for the longest time. Yes, yes, yes. We know this. Now, why do you think OnlyFans became such a big thing? A lot of women in non-essential positions lost their jobs. So what did they start doing? They started selling the illusion or the possibility of sex. Yeah. Send me money and I will show you naked images of myself. This just goes to show you that women will resort to their one biological bargaining chip when things go bad. Ironic, isn't it? No one is screaming about why OnlyFans is still up. It should be taken down because that is nothing more than soft prostitution. Now, My thoughts on OnlyFans is this. This is only my personal thought. With all the free porn on Pornhub or any other porn site, why would I pay to see an amateur? Why? To me, that's nothing more than digital one-itis. Man, I gotta coin that term, digital one-itis. Oh yeah. But the side of the coin that ultimately culminates in our part of the conversation is the fact that yes, there have been women who have offered sex in exchange for rent or to get a bill paid. Now, my spider sense is saying this. Some of those women probably offered those landlords sex, and those landlords, if they were smart, turned them down. That's where my spider sense is pointing. Some of these women offered sex to these landlords. Those landlords were smart and said, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. I want my rent money. So now they go, they make a big deal out of it, and they paint themselves as the victim. Yeah, of course. Isn't it always the way? Women are most affected by everything, blah, 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 blah. However, when you look at the fact that an immigration attorney is talking about this, yeah, my bets are the women in question are undocumented or they're just outright illegals. So it is what it is. Now, insofar as other places, there have been some rent strikes where people just outright didn't pay their rent. And in my humble opinion, those people, once this pandemic gets under control, should be automatically evicted. If you did not make any sort of plan for this with the actual housing company, not the landlord, but the housing company, and you just flat out didn't pay your rent, yeah, you should be evicted. Outright. Now, the other week, I made a delivery to the hospital, and there was a couple of CNAs who were talking, and one of them had a whole bunch of boxes, and she was talking about how her roommate got laid off, and she's going to have to move back east. Now, gentlemen, we know out here in California, you have so many women living with roommates. So yeah, once one leg of that table goes, guess what? The whole table's not going to be able to function. So yeah, a lot of women out here, I can guarantee you, have offered sex in order to get past that rent. So yeah, that is something that also goes on. Unlike the way this article paints it, oh no, these landlords are preying on these women. Yeah, right, And if that is going down, those cases will be far less than the women who actually go to the landlord and say, look, I will offer you sex in order to exchange that for my rent. I will offer it to you. So gentlemen, don't be fooled by this article. Gotta love the one-sided, biased articles. Gotta love them. So yeah, they're still trying to bash men when they can. However, it is not as rampant as it was a couple of months ago. But, as I'm going to thoroughly state once again, rent is a legally binding contract that you sign of your own free will. If you do not make the proper preparations to save for a rainy day, that's on you. So yes, the housing company has every right to kick you out on the street. And hopefully more companies will do that to let these people know, yes, pay your debts. It is what it is. Well, read this article. Let me know what you guys think. And ladies, the power's out. Feminism is against the ropes. It's swinging, but those punches really aren't effective. So yeah, gotta understand, ladies. And I'm gonna quote Morpheus from The Matrix. Welcome to the desert of the real. That's all I gotta say for this one. R.P.M. I am